The kind of data engineering and AI advancements that are happening, this can actually happen at that scale. So everybody could have, data processed just for them, reminders just for them, all of that.
Reassurance that somebody is along with you fighting the journey of that health problem, right? Along with you and guiding you. That the nurse, virtual nurse that you talk about is a really fantastic idea, because I've seen in my personal cases where I've taken people to hospitalization in close-knit families, and there's always waiting for information to happen, right? I mean, when you're that anticipation of what the report going to be, of somebody coming back and reassuring you, saying that, hey, calm down, nothing's going to happen, this is a general process and things like that. And education, an educating way, and reassuring that we are here to take care, right? So that part, that empathy is something that can come in.
And true. And even the stickiness of this information, right? Like us humans, we are very serious when something happens at that point, but 6 months down the line, you sort of forget the advice that a doctor or a healthcare professional has told you, right? But if you digitize this and it is set into your lifestyle, it's easier to remember that, maybe there are things that I need to change or work on, all of that, right? So with the kind of data engineering and AI advancements that are happening, this can actually happen at that scale. So everybody could have, data processed just for them, reminders just for them, all of that.
That's
right?
where the value comes in, right? I mean, because you want to grow the industry, you cannot just offer things, you just have to create that experience. Because when a lot of hospitals are competing in their services and what they're offering, and at that point of time, maybe it is all about how you want to give the experience. And for that, when we again speak about a person going to the hospital, there's the admission, and how easy can you make for somebody to get it admitted, right? The Aadhaar number that we spoke about, a very similar thing. And you have the SSN, and then everything else, you just authorize your consent, and that information that they require for registration is done. You have an insurance, you just give a consent, that is done.
In fact, it could happen even before you,
just
if you
the
have to
intent
go,
of it,
even
right?
before
You've
you
chosen the hospital, and then this is the doctor you're going in. All these things are done, so your waiting time is cut down. There's a nurse or virtual assistant who's going to assist you throughout the process until you get your kind of room and what kind of facilities that you want in that room, right? Premium and deluxe, or you want an AC, you want a sea view. I mean, today we have hospitals, where you have even much more better facilities than a 5-star hotel, right? And the care, what kind of food that is going to be served based on the condition that you have, and then the balanced diet and all that experience till your surgery, what needs to be done, who's the doctor going to come in, preparing you for that, right? And then post preparation, post the surgery or the treatment, what are the things that one needs to follow up, ensuring that they're getting enough reminders of medicine reminders, refill reminders, and the post-discharge, all the process that is required to hand off the insurance part, co-pay part, right?
Correct. So on the insurance part, actually today, you initiate insurance,
the cashless
claim only. But that's only happens to when you want to check out, right? And then they calculate 10,000 metrics and all of that, right? But it could happen as you are receiving treatment, right? And that could help your outpatient. Your outpatient processes need not be so complex, right? It should be like, okay, I want to go. Somebody comes and or you get an assistant to basically tell you that you're doing fine. You have to do ABC, and then you get some documents, or you get access to data on an app or something, and then you just
go home. You get what and all things you need to follow, so that you don't relapse or do a readmission, so that the insurance company also understands what kind of a premium that I need to give, because if somebody is following the proper procedure and things, there's a chance of this person getting sick again is lesser. So all these things will matter, and then it only creates a better experience for patients, and if it happens in scale, right? And then we can also think about how, let's say for example, I'm giving my data about my personal health to these organizations, and these organizations use them for various things. Can they make it more affordable for me, right? If now whatever we are speaking is something which is ultra luxury maybe for some people, not for everyone, but can it also help, because this data engineering coming into picture, AI coming into picture, and interoperability coming into picture, can it make more easy and affordable?
In fact, today in the US, you need to work for 8 years to become a fully qualified doctor. In India, it's about 5 years plus getting admission to a right college is also
and just the
very
MBBS
hard,
is not enough. Today you need specialization, MDM, and all that.
Yeah, correct. So what this data can do is, I mean, it could make doctors learn better and maybe even faster, because I mean, I know saying faster sounds good now, but then if you think of a doctor who studied only for 2 years and then they're operating on you, maybe you wouldn't feel so conscious as well. But in a society where we respect data driven insights and decisions more, this could become a reality where more people would opt to become doctors, because it is less taxing on a time boundary
it's all about specialization. You're good at something, you just do 2 years of course for this, but you can then add on courses over a period of time if you want to give more specialization.
And why can you do that? Because you have access to this kind of information, insights, and
automations,
that, right?
maybe a robotic surgery, and then you have insights and previous history of learning, knowledge from different doctors, and not one person call, usually taken by many, and you can transfer this data to someone and get the approval from them and then operate on this.
Correct. Yeah, so then maybe junior doctors could be given more responsibility.
We spoke about that in the last
and then they could share it.
Podcast about how we can retain knowledge, and how junior doctors can learn more and do more.
Yeah, that's and maybe it could also improve the syllabus for a lot of healthcare courses, right? Maybe it could be like, of course, today a lot of the stuff is digital, right? But textbooks can get outdated quite fast, and using real life information and data, like how many more people are actually sort of, for example, cancer has been on a rise, right, over the last 50, 60, 70 years, right? So in giving that information to people wanting to go into healthcare could make them more interested in joining the race against that disease, right? So you don't have to wait 20 years for there to be a lot of oncologists. Maybe in the next 5 years itself, the number of oncologists could increase.
Right.
Things like
Interesting.
that.